But yeah, I'm going to start your reading right now for Scorpio. So yeah, the first card you have your past is the Ten of Cups. So beautiful start. This is beautiful. I'm actually seeing some surprise in this card. Yeah, someone surprised you, I think. I think this is someone who, I think this is a romantic connection. I think this is someone who you became very, very close to, obviously. But I think you were very surprised. I don't think they were, I think this is someone who is totally different from you. Maybe it was a bit like opposites attract or something like that. But they were very different from someone who you'd normally see, I think. It was something like that. I'm just looking at this beautiful rainbow, which to me means inclusion, all different colours, all different kinds of people kind of blending in. So I think I keep on getting this feeling that this is kind of early days, it's early in the relationship. You might have just become friends, or maybe you're just getting to know each other, early stage. But there's a really, really, really strong feeling around this. I think you might have been feeling a little bit like maybe things were going a little bit fast for you, maybe just in your feelings, or maybe it's the relationship that you felt was going a little bit fast. It's a little bit like your brain had to catch up to what you were feeling, if that makes sense. It's all good, it's fantastic, but I think maybe you're naturally cautious as well. It might be that as well. But yeah, if this is all resonating, you're wondering, whether they're feeling the same thing as well as you, they absolutely are. I can see that they are. They're feeling the same. So this is absolutely fantastic. Now, obviously, there's a family in this card. But again, I think this is early on in this relationship, I think. So, you might be a little bit worried even maybe about your family. You might be worried about your family making comments about this relationship, or you might be worrying about, or you might have been worried about, this is in the past, introducing them, not because there's anything wrong with them. They're a fantastic person. There's nothing wrong with them at all. It's just that they're just very different to anyone you've ever been around before. And to me, different's good. I don't mind that at all. That's fine. But I think maybe your family might be, a little bit conventional, or, some of them might just like to talk about you or say things or chat a bit. And you might kind of want to protect your relationship from all of that at this stage because it's only early. Yeah, look at this card. This is happily ever after. So this has huge potential. So what I think about this is, I think the conclusion to this is, again, this is only early, I think. This is what I'm seeing. And if you are worried about, what your relatives think, what your family think, what this thinks, what that, whatever, ignore all of that. Don't worry about introducing anyone. Don't worry about what anyone's going to think. Don't worry about what's going to happen in, 2 years' time or 1 year time or anything. Enjoy your time with this person. Enjoy this fantastic time that you're having with them. This is the early stages of a relationship are so, so exciting and happy. And when you think about people who are very, very, very old and they look back, they always talk about, their courting days, which is what they say, when you're older, people say that. So, they always talk about all the early days. I remember when we first met. And so they look back on that time of beautiful, beautiful fondness. And that's what you're in that now, if this is resonating. So enjoy that time now. Don't worry too much about what anyone thinks or what's going to happen in the future or whether this is going to get along or what. Forget that. Just enjoy this beautiful time. That's what I'm seeing there. So the next card you have your past is, the Star. So beautiful. Beautiful. This is fantastic. So this is how this person sees you. This is how they see you, as a really, really attractive person. Look how beautiful this woman is. They see you as really, really attractive. And again, I'm seeing these really strong feelings coming from you, and they're coming from them as well. So again, you've got these strong feelings. You're a little bit worried about them. And so you're wanting to keep your feet on the ground. There's always that little bit of worry in you. I think it's just there in you. And so, yeah, you're keeping your feet on the ground at this stage. So that's fine. And, you know, I think the feeling of being in love, obviously it's a beautiful feeling, but I think it might feel a little bit scary to you. Because it's that kind of out of controlness that I think might be what's worrying you a bit, or was worrying you at this time. You know, I think you had some important goals that you wanted to achieve as well. And I'm just getting this feeling that maybe you didn't want to kind of lose your head in the relationship or get all head over heels in love and go all crazy. You wanted to keep your head clear because you wanted to achieve certain things. And so, you know, I think you're probably trying to find some sort of balance between falling deeply in love and going a little bit crazy, because we all go a bit crazy at that stage. I do anyway. I don't know about you. And, you know, and also being a bit down to earth, because, you know, this woman has one foot in the water and one foot on the ground. So that's how you were trying to be at this time. But again, enjoy it. I mean, it's fun to be crazy sometimes. I'm crazy all the time, but enjoy that time with them. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have your past is the Six of Wands. So yeah, this is the victory card. This is the most beautiful series of cards. And they're all telling me that you have a really positive future with this person. I'm also seeing you have this ambition, and I'm seeing that a bit of that in the Star card. You have this ambition, you have things that you want to achieve. This is career goals or work or business, it's something like that. Now, you can have these as well as a relationship. This is what you're worried about, I think. Kind of the balance of those two things. Can I have both at the same time? You know, I think you definitely can. I think you're going to have to make an effort to balance those two things out properly, but you can do this. You know, because if you look at this card, there are two groups of people. There's one group that's up high in this parade, and you know, and they're all proud of themselves, like the man on this horse. And then there's another group that's kind of, you know, down below cheering the parade on. So there are going to be times when you're totally focusing on your goals, on your business or whatever this is. And then there are going to be other times where you'll just be totally focusing on these other areas in your life. So it's going to be a little bit like focusing on one and then focusing on the other, and then on one and then the other, that kind of thing. So you're going to balance it out like that, I think. It's not going to be like you're going to be running around everywhere all at the same time. I think you're going to really work out some kind of system where that's all going to work for you. And the other thing I'm seeing in this is that this person I'm seeing in the Ten of Cups, your partner, they're going to be, or they are already, they're a really supportive person. They're a very supportive person. So at these times where you'll be really full on with your work and probably up late or whatever, or at the office or whatever you're doing, they're going to be supporting you. They're going to be really happy to be there, you know, kind of cheering you on the sidelines. And they want to help you to get to this victory. They want to support you to get there. So that's so fantastic, really beautiful. I don't think you've had that in your past, someone supportive like that. And here they are here. So this is fantastic. I'm seeing victory. I'm seeing victory in your work or whatever this is, your ambitions, and also in your love life at the same time. And I think this is really unusual for you as well. And maybe this is why you're so worried about this balance, because I think usually for you in your past, it's been either your work's going really well and your love life's not going so well, or it's been the other way around for you. So this is really nice to see that you're finally going to be achieving this balance. So I really hope this is resonating with you, because it's so fantastic. So the first card you have for your present is the Eight of Cups. Yes. So yes, I speak too soon. So I think someone, I'm seeing the wrong impression. I'm seeing wrong ideas. Someone who has something wrong in their head, or not something wrong, that sounds terrible. What I mean is the wrong impression of a situation in their head. And I think the wrong impression of you as well. I think this is someone who still feels quite emotional about you. And I'm saying still because I think this might be an ex. I think they have a sort of emotions mixed in with a bit of disappointment. There's even some anger there. There's some bitterness even. That's how bad it is. And I think they're watching you. They're seeing you through this sort of emotional veil, this emotional wall. They're not seeing you clearly. They're seeing you through this impression that they have of you, and it's the wrong impression. If you look at this card, there's a wall of cups, so it's like a wall of emotions. And, there's a space in the wall where the third cup's missing. And, that space is sort of forming a little window, and you can see the man through that space. So whoever this is, and again, I think this might be an ex, they're definitely watching you in some way, whether this is on social media or whether they're asking about you or whether they're trying to find out things about you. They're watching what they can about you. And yeah, this is horrible. It's going to sound horrible, but for some reason, they might even be looking down on you, like this moon on this card. I mean, look at the face on this moon. It's like he's looking down on this man. And, the face on this moon looks a bit disgusted, actually. So, they might be thinking something like, oh, I'm better than them, or I'm better off than them, or something like that. So, they're not, actually, because they're feeling all this bitterness. So whatever's happened between you and this person, and I think it's probably an ex, who's ever thought this is, or whatever's happened, whatever the situation was, I'm really glad you did walk away from them, because I think that's what happened, like this man. And, you don't want to be around anyone who feels like this about you. And look at the difference between this card and the Ten of Cups. This is what the past represents for you, this man or this person or this woman or whoever this is in the Eight of Cups has this horrible feeling toward you. And then, where you are now, where this person feels the Ten of Cups for you. So I know where I'd want to be. So, try not to be bothered by this person. I know it's hard when they're kind of trying to think about you or cause trouble or having bad feeling toward you. It's never nice. But yeah, concentrate on the positive. Definitely concentrate on that. So the next card you have your present is the Queen of Cups. So yeah, again, I mean, yeah, this is a very, very emotional reading. There's extreme positivity and there's extreme kind of anger and bitterness and negativity with this ex or whoever this is. I think underneath all this anger and this bitterness that this person has, I really think they feel that they've lost out. And I think they're sort of stuck in life as well. They can't really move on properly. And they never let anyone know that. They're feeling all these feelings and they're not telling anyone. Nobody knows. Because, if you look at this cup, this Queen's holding, it has a lid on it. So that represents, it can represent, keeping a lid on your feelings, not letting anyone know how you feel. And that's how they are. So to the world, they probably look as if, they're over everything and they're fine and everything's wonderful. But that's not how the reality is for them, because they have a lot of bitterness for you and they wouldn't be spending all this energy on you if that's how they felt. So, if this is resonating, if you know who this might be and you know that they're kind of focused negatively on you, they're coming across as fine and happy and all of that. And that's not the truth at all. That's not how they're feeling at all. So if they're giving you this impression, if they're giving other people this impression, don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by them. So the last card you have here present is, the Six of Wands. Sorry, not the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords. Why am I saying that? Because I'm looking at the Six of Wands next to that. That's why I'm saying that. I think my eyes are going a bit crazy. The Six of Swords. So, yes, moving away. So yeah, I think they will eventually move away from all of these bitterness and these feelings. And it's going to take them some time to do that though, because this is a very, very heavy bitterness. This is very deep feeling. So it takes a long time for that to go away, but it will. And they're holding on to these old feelings. They'll be holding on to them for a while. And, you know, they haven't been able to move on properly yet. And so it's going to take time because, you know, the woman on this card, you know, she's moving away. She's moving away from an old situation. And she's obviously unhappy with this old situation, but she's taking a lot of these bad feelings with her, with these swords, and they're sitting right in front of her. They're right in front of her face. So that's what's happening. This person has these horrible feelings and they're right in front of them. They can't quite get rid of them, but eventually they will be able to do this. They'll be holding on to it for a while, but eventually I think they'll let go of this. Now, if this person's bothering you, if they're saying anything to you, and I'm getting the feeling that they might not be, but maybe other people might be talking to you about them, or you might be hearing about them, try and block them, ignore them, do whatever you can. Concentrate on the positive things once again, because this is a really, really positive reading. There's so much positivity here. So ignore that as much as you can. I know it's not easy when someone's like this. Ignore it as much as you can. Focus on the positive again. So the first card you have for your future is the Three of Cups. Beautiful again. This is the reading of contrasts. It really is. But yeah, here we are. Positives. Focus on this. Focus on the positives. Again, I'm seeing this, you know, because you had these ambitions I was seeing in the Six of Wands, you know, with your business or your work or whatever this was. So this is telling me that, yes, if you see this through to the end, if you keep on working on this and you're going to get this support, which is fantastic, you are going to see an abundance, which is what this card is speaking to me about at this time, because I'm seeing, you know, the harvest on this card, and this is about work paying off, and then when it does pay off, you're going to celebrate. So, you know, again, it's going to take time for this to all pay off, but it is going to, and you won't mind that because you're going to be supported by this fantastic person I keep on seeing. And yeah, they're going to give you emotional support and also practical support. You know, they're going to be there to help you with things, do little things for you. They might be making you dinner, you know, they might be helping you out with things. And they're going to be happy for you. They're going to celebrate with you, which is exactly what I was seeing in the Six of Wands. So this is really just following on from that. It's like the conclusion of that, really. So I don't need to say any more about that. I think this is really the best reading I've seen for you for a long, long time, probably ever, I think. So the next card you have for your future is the Hermit, yeah. So, yeah, I think this is a message to you to tell you how you should really act toward this ex if they do come and bother you, or if someone else comes and bother you. I am seeing a bit of gossip around them, and I think it might be indirect gossip. So it might be some people who talk to you, or might be on social media, might not be. They might say, oh, what do you think about them? And, oh, they're doing this now. Have you heard about them? Or, oh, they said this about you. It might be that kind of rubbish. So if this happens, if this comes along, you know, it's just troublemaking. It's just talk. It's nothing to worry about. That's what I'm seeing. And, you know, the Hermit's up on high ground. You probably can't see it. I'll just move it so you can see. So he's up in the snow. He's up on high ground. He's high up. So this is saying, take the high road. Take the high ground. Rise above. Keep yourself to yourself. Don't say anything to them. The Hermit will not say anything to anyone. He's totally on his own. I'm not saying you have to go on your own, but don't give them any fuel. Don't give them any drama. Don't give them any reason to say anything about you at all. I think that's the best way to deal with these people, because they're going to use whatever you have to say as fuel against you, or as fuel to gossip, to add to the gossip or the drama. So leave well alone. So yeah, the last card you have for your future strength. Again, same thing. I think some of these gossipy people, or these talking drama people that are around this person, they might really actually try to tempt you. They might say, oh, what do you think about this? And, oh, they said that about you. So I'm seeing a similar thing again in this card. Again, tame yourself. Do not rise to the bait. Do not be angry. Tame yourself right down. Use your strength. Use every bit of strength you have, not to rise to what they have to say. leave well alone, keep quiet, don't focus on any of them, block them if you have to, do whatever you can, ignore them, ignore this negativity, because you have so much amazing positivity in this reading. I want you to really focus on that and not these silly gossips and this silly ex or whoever this is. Ignore them, ignore them, ignore them.